The Silent Killer. In the Shower, a tale of two seniors. The crisp autumn air of New England had begun to bite, painting the maple trees in fiery hues of red and gold. In the quaint town of Willow Creek, Massachusetts, lived two lifelong friends, Arthur Peterson and Eleanor Ainsworth. Both were vibrant octogenarians, enjoying their golden years with a zest for life that belied their age. Arthur, a retired carpenter with a twinkle in his blue eyes, still tinkered in his workshop, crafting birdhouses and small furniture for his grandchildren. Eleanor, a former English teacher with a sharp wit and an insatiable love for books, volunteered at the local library and hosted weekly tea parties for her book club. Arthur was a creature of habit. Every morning, as the first rays of dawn peeked over the horizon, usually around 6 a.m., he would head straight to the bathroom for a long, hot shower. It was his ritual, a way to wash away the stiffness of the night and prepare for the day ahead. He loved the feeling of the steaming water cascading over his tired muscles, the way it seemed to soothe his aches and pains. He'd often linger there, lost in thought, the warmth enveloping him like a comforting blanket. Eleanor, on the other hand, was a night owl. She enjoyed staying up late, reading or watching old movies, and consequently, her mornings started a bit later. She usually took her shower sometime between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m., after she'd had her cup of Earl Grey tea and read a chapter or two of her current book. She preferred her showers to be comfortably warm, never scalding, and she always made sure to place a non-slip mat on the floor of her tub, a habit ingrained in her since a minor slip years ago. Their routines, seemingly innocuous, held a hidden divergence, a silent threat that neither of them fully understood. One chilly Tuesday morning, Arthur's daughter, Carol, who lived just a few towns over, couldn't reach him on the phone. A knot of unease tightened in her stomach. Her dad was usually an early riser and always answered his phone promptly. After several unanswered calls, Carol decided to drive over to his house. She found the front door unlocked, which was unusual. Calling out his name, she stepped inside, her heart pounding in her chest. The house was eerily quiet. A faint sound of dripping water led her to the bathroom. The door was slightly ajar. What she saw next sent a shockwave of terror through her. Arthur was lying on the cold tile floor, the shower still running, the bathroom filled with steam. His skin was pale, and he was unresponsive. Carol screamed his name, her voice cracking with fear, and immediately called 911. The paramedics arrived quickly, their faces grim. They worked frantically, but it was too late. Arthur was gone. The medical examiner's report cited a sudden cardiovascular event, likely triggered by a fall. Carol was devastated, bewildered. Her father had been active and seemingly healthy for his age. What could have caused this? Days turned into weeks, filled with grief and unanswered questions. Carol went through her father's belongings, searching for some explanation, some sign that might have hinted at this tragedy. She found his appointment cards for regular checkups, his meticulously organized pillbox, his walking shoes by the door, all evidence of a man who took care of himself. Meanwhile, Eleanor, unaware of the tragedy that had befallen her friend, continued her daily routine. One morning, as she stepped into her comfortably warm shower around 10:45 a.m., she felt a momentary wave of dizziness. It passed quickly, but it left her feeling slightly unsettled. She dismissed it as just a fleeting moment, perhaps from standing up too fast after her tea. However, the next morning, the dizziness returned, a little stronger this time. She gripped the grab bar she had installed in her shower years ago, her knuckles white. A thought flickered through her mind. Was this just old age catching up to her? A few days later, Carol, still reeling from her father's death, happened to be watching a local news segment on senior health. The segment featured Dr. Emily Carter, a geriatric specialist, discussing the surprising dangers of showering at certain times of the day for older adults. Dr. Carter explained the physiological changes that occur in the early morning, the instability of blood pressure, the body's slower temperature regulation, and how these factors, combined with hot water and the upright posture in the shower, could significantly increase the risk of falls and cardiovascular events. Carol listened intently, her blood running cold. The details Dr. Carter shared eerily mirrored what had happened to her father. The early morning shower, the sudden and fatal fall. Could this seemingly innocuous routine have been the cause of Arthur's death, driven by a need to understand and a fear for others? Carol reached out to Dr. Carter. She shared her father's story, the timeline of his morning routine, and the devastating outcome. Dr. Carter listened with compassion and confirmed Carol's growing suspicion. The early morning shower, between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., is indeed a particularly risky time for adults over 70 due to the body's natural physiological fluctuations. Dr. Carter explained the morning surge in blood pressure, the body's less efficient temperature regulation, and the increased risk of dehydration upon waking, all factors that can be exacerbated by the warm, upright environment of a shower. She also highlighted the potential dangers of taking blood pressure medication first thing in the morning and then immediately showering, as this combination can lead to a drastic drop in blood pressure and fainting. Carol was stunned. How could something so routine, so seemingly harmless, be so dangerous? She felt a pang of guilt, wishing she had known this information sooner. Perhaps she could have warned her father. Determined to prevent such tragedies from happening to others, Carol became an advocate for senior safety. She shared her father's story with her friends, her neighbors, and her mother's social circle. She contacted local senior centers and offered to share the information she had learned from Dr. Carter. One of the people Carol spoke with was Eleanor. Initially, Eleanor was skeptical. She had been showering in the late morning for years without any issues. But as Carol shared the specific risks associated with early morning showers and the physiological reasons behind them, Eleanor's ears perked up. She also mentioned her recent bouts of dizziness in the shower. Carol urged Eleanor to reconsider her shower time and to discuss her medication schedule with her doctor. Eleanor, thoughtful and always open to new information, agreed. She scheduled an appointment with her primary care physician, Dr. Evans. During her appointment, Eleanor described her recent dizziness in the shower and her usual late morning routine. She also mentioned that she took her blood pressure medication, a small blue pill, around 8 a.m. each morning. Dr. Evans listened carefully and confirmed the information Carol had shared. He explained that while Eleanor's late morning shower time was safer than the early morning window, the fact that she was showering relatively soon after taking her blood pressure medication could still pose a risk. The medication would be reaching its peak effectiveness around her shower time, potentially contributing to the dizziness, especially with the warm water causing vasodilation. Dr. Evans advised Eleanor to shift her shower time to mid-morning, around 11 a.m. or noon, and to ensure at least a 3-hour window between taking her medication and showering. He also reiterated the importance of using warm, not hot, water, and having a non-slip mat and grab bars in the bathroom. He also suggested she start drinking a glass of water before her shower to combat morning dehydration. Eleanor was grateful for the advice. She made the recommended changes to her routine. She started showering around 11:30 a.m., ensuring a good 3-hour gap after her medication. She also made a conscious effort to drink a glass of water before heading into the bathroom. The dizziness disappeared completely. Eleanor, now armed with this crucial knowledge, joined Carol in her mission to raise awareness about the hidden dangers of early morning showers for seniors. They shared their stories at senior centers, community gatherings, and even online, determined to prevent other families from experiencing the heartbreak that Carol had endured. They emphasized that this wasn't about fear-mongering, but about empowering seniors with knowledge to make informed choices and adopt safer habits. They highlighted the simple yet potentially life-saving adjustments that could significantly reduce the risk of accidents in the bathroom. Their message resonated with many. Seniors who had experienced similar episodes of dizziness or near falls in the shower shared their stories. Family members expressed relief at learning about these risks and pledged to discuss them with their elderly loved ones. Arthur's passing, though a profound tragedy, became a catalyst for change. A stark reminder that even the most routine activities can harbor hidden dangers for older adults. And Eleanor's near misses served as a testament to the importance of heeding these warnings and making simple adjustments to ensure safety and well-being in their golden years. The silent killer in the shower could be silenced with awareness and proactive measures. Essential shower safety tips for adults over 70. Based on the information presented in the article, here's a comprehensive list of recommendations to ensure safer showering habits for adults over 70. Avoid showering between 4:00 a.m. and 8:00 a.m. This is identified as the riskiest time due to unstable blood pressure regulation at dawn, significantly increasing the likelihood of falls and cardiovascular events. Shift your shower time to mid-morning, 10 a.m. to noon. This is when the body is generally more stable and alert, reducing the risk of accidents. Use warm, not hot, water, 95 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius or 35 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius. Older adults have a reduced ability to regulate core body temperature, and sudden exposure to hot water, especially in the early morning when internal temperature is lowest, can trigger cardiovascular stress. Install a shower temperature regulator. This inexpensive device, under $20, can help maintain a consistent and safe water temperature, preventing sudden scalding. Be mindful of medication timing. Avoid showering within 2 hours of taking blood pressure medication, as the peak effectiveness of these drugs in the early hours can lead to a dangerous drop in blood pressure when combined with a warm shower. Consult your doctor for the best time to take your medications, especially in relation to your shower schedule. Recognize the hidden dangers of the bathroom. The bathroom in the early morning presents a high-risk environment due to a combination of slippery surfaces, lack of natural lighting, sudden temperature changes, and a body that is still waking up with slower reflexes and lower blood pressure. Combat morning dehydration. Drink a full glass of water at least 15 minutes before showering, regardless of the time of day. Nighttime dehydration, combined with the upright position in the shower, can cause orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure. Keep a water bottle in your bathroom as a reminder. Improve emergency response options. Install a waterproof emergency button in your shower. If you must shower early, schedule check-in calls or messages with family members or neighbors to ensure you would be found in a timely manner if an accident occurs. Shower when cognitively alert, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mental sharpness in older adults decreases significantly in the early morning hours, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., affecting decision-making and reaction time, which are crucial for shower safety. Use a timer in the shower. Setting a timer can help avoid prolonged exposure, especially when you might be less alert in the early morning. Install safety features in your bathroom. Ensure you have non-slip mats in the shower and on the bathroom floor, grab bars securely installed, and adequate lighting, especially for early morning or nighttime use. Consider assistance. If you feel unsteady or have mobility issues, Consider having a family member or caregiver present during your shower or using a shower chair. Key takeaway: showering, a seemingly simple daily routine, can pose significant risks for adults over 70, particularly in the early morning hours. Understanding the physiological changes associated with aging and the interplay of factors like blood pressure fluctuations, temperature regulation, medication timing, dehydration, and cognitive function is crucial for preventing potentially life-threatening accidents. Simple adjustments to shower timing, water temperature, medication schedules, and bathroom safety measures can make a profound difference in ensuring the safety and well-being of older adults. Call to action. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button and share it with any older adults or their caregivers you know. Your simple action could help save a life. In the comments below, please rate this video on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most helpful. Your feedback helps us create more content that matters. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more vital health and safety tips for seniors. Stay safe and informed.